Week 10 of the SFL schedule's fourth game brings us to Olympia, Washington, Mount Olympus Stadium in the Pacific Northwest. Chris Curtis and Anthony Ellison on the call today for the Oklahoma City Renegades, looking for their first win up against the Washington Trident. And Anthony, a couple of teams theoretically moving in opposite directions, but this is still a game we need to play on the field. And there's a lot to play for Washington to continue their role, and for Oklahoma City as well, not wanting to give up that easily and wanting to get their first win.
Absolutely, Chris. This is still going to be a good football game. Sometimes you just got to look past the records here. It's all about if the perfect script is going to happen. Upset can be up here. You never know. So if you're Washington, you don't want to play down to any of your competition.
Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest trap you can fall into in that particular wave as we get things going here fairly quickly. Looking at the Washington Trident, they're going to be in the red sweaters with the gray pants, we'll call them. And this is a team that has shocked a lot of people coming into this season, coming over from Motor City, relocating, and they seem to have new life under head coach Robert Thump.
Absolutely. New life, new uniform, it's that you look good, you feel good, you play good. That's exactly what they have going.
I like it. We'll get to these rosters here in just a bit as the coin toss is on your screen now. As these two get going, Oklahoma City, the spread is 24.5. This is not a game that is supposed to be close, but I mean, if you're OKC, you've got nothing to lose here. So really, you got to go and give it everything you have regardless, just because you're expected to lose. Now it's just a matter of letting pride tell you that you're not going to. And that's how this one is going to start, though, as OKC is going to start with the football touchback back to the 20-yard line. They start with the quarterback under center, Colin Pierce, Jacob Brewer, and Frank Udon going to be your halfback combination. Tiberius Bovine, the fullback, Christian Bachagalupi, and Dallas Sanders, your duo of wide receivers, with Jonathan Kilgore and Stephen McMichaels, your duo of tight ends for OKC. They start with the football in the split backs to the 20-yard line. Throw right side, and that is going to blow by the intended target, Christian Bachagalupi, and 2nd and 10.
And for Oklahoma City, you want to keep the ball out of Washington's hands. So you want to collect first downs. You want to chip away at the clock. You want to do everything you can to give them less time with the ball.
Yeah, exactly. You chip away at the clock, I think, is a huge one. Quick throw. That one's caught, getting about 9 yards, 9.5 yards is McMichaels, the tight end. He is going to get them at 3rd and inches. Chance for the Renegades to get a first down here.
And that's a great 3-step drop. Get the ball out the hand immediately. If you know your strength is not the offensive line, just get it to your dynamic receivers early and as quickly as possible.
Tight ends off to the left, hand off through the middle, and I think he got it. He did. Oklahoma City gets the first down of the game. Didn't have that on my bingo card, but Udon gets the job done and moves the chains.
Yeah, they want to test out that interior defensive line, Doug Howard and Tina Beggins. We want to see how they do against this middle of the offensive line.
Could go towards King McNeely as well as Rodney Panani. This is going to be a throw to the left. That's caught. Not much to it, just a quick 2 yards. But Tina Begin and Doug Howard has been very good so far this season in the interior of the defensive line. That's why Washington's defense has played so well. It starts with the front seven. See if the Renegades can get past it, get something into the second level. Press coverage looks like from the Trident. Backing it up. Quick drop. A little bit of a screen play. Gets an open field. Broken tackle. And a first down. So 2 first downs in this drive. Another one from McMichaels. His second catch of the evening so far. It's 1st and 10.
And this is exactly what I'm thinking about if I'm Oklahoma City. Get it out of your hands. Look at 1 progression, if not 2 at the most. Yeah. You recognize that they didn't have the flats covered. Get it to them and let them run after the catch. Another first down.
And actually 3. That's 3 receptions from McMichaels so far. Good start offensively for the Renegades. 1st and 10. 8 and 13 left in this first quarter of play. They'll move McMichaels in motion here, the tight end. 3 on the right side of Colin Pierce. Snap, pitch, and an easy tackle in the backfield. Well read by the defense, and that will get the job done most times, as that is Nathaniel Diggs, the linebacker, coming up to make the hit.
And you got to recognize, once you send that person in motion right there, you probably want to run it to the strong side because nobody was blocking that linebacker on the outside.
2nd and 12. Gotta get something on 2nd down, make it a little bit easier. Pierce backs it up, pressure coming, throws. That one is caught. That's a 7-yard completion to Bacigalupi, and he has himself a first catch of the day. 3rd and 5 coming up.
And what a way to help out your quarterback there, stretching out for that one-handed catch over the middle, which is never easy because you know you got to get ready for a hit. He did, and he held on to it.
3rd and nickel, I formation. Pierce to throw it, backs up, in trouble, take it down, that's a sack. 4th down, they will lose 5, and McNeely gets the sack on his totals, and OKC will have to punt it away.
Man, you were talking about that defensive line right there. McNeely coming up with the 2nd sack of the season. Just a nice bull rush, had help on the outside, and caused the 4th down.
All right, so they were able to essentially kill close to half the quarter with this first possession. They have a chance to put Washington deep in their own end. Punt is up and gone from James Fields, and it is returnable from the 28-yard line. They'll get it to the 30 and no farther than that, as they had a chance to do something with King Alexander on the return. Couldn't break free. So here we go. 1st and 10. Washington with the ball and a chance to take the lead early on.
Coming in the league in the league right now, 4th in rushing. I definitely see a heavy dose of Dean and Kaufman.
Yep. Christopher Dean currently has the longest scrimmage rush in the SFL this season at 79 yards. This is a handoff to him. He's going to go left, break a tackle, 1st down and more, down this left sideline, and step out of bounds at about the 49.5-yard line, as that is not Christopher Dean. That was Shane Kaufman with the first run of the game.
And the key right there was the offensive tackle. I believe that was Scott Pancake on the left-hand side that sealed the defensive end, and he didn't get touched until like 7 yards off the field. Great job blocking and sealing off the edge.
Tommy Utah under center. We talked about Shane Kaufman and Christopher Dean. Julian Gusters is the fullback. King Alexander, Johan Sutherland, Terrell Cooper, and Phil Koss, your 4 wide receivers. And then Izami Mihata is the tight end. That's a run forward for 4 yards. That's Christopher Dean, and that is a 2nd and 6 coming up.
And think about it, that long run for Dean, that was up the middle. He wants to embrace contact. He wants to hit somebody and then keep the legs moving.
Single back for Washington. Backing it up. Thrown short, and it is only a 2-yard gain from Tommy Utah on that. Found his fullback Julian Gusters for only his 7th catch of the season, and it's 3rd and 4.
Give yourself chances, Oklahoma City. You want to come up with a 3rd down stop here.
5.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Blitz coming, throws left side. That one's caught. That's a big-time throw and catch as they do move the chains again. Terrell Cooper gets into the act. It's 1st and 10.
And I'm not mad at all. They sent the house right there. That was an engage 8. Send 8 people, and hopefully you can get there. Good job, Washington, making an adjustment on the offensive line and a good back shoulder throw on single coverage.
Needed that. They're inside OKC territory. 5:05 left. They'll move Gusters in motion. Fullback's going to go out wide and run a route here. Nickel look. Throw over the middle. It's Utah. 1st down and 10 down to the 20-yard line. And that is Phil Koss with the catch.
Good strike down the middle right there. Love it. Set his feet, was delivered a strike over the middle right there. Doing some vertical passing is going to set up the running game for Washington right there, because now Oklahoma City has to stretch a little bit further back, which is going to open that box up.
1st and 10 for the Trident in the red zone for the first time today. 4-3 look on defense. Christopher Dean moves out wide for a route. Pressure coming left side. That one's caught. Another one to Cooper on the left-hand side. Almost a mirror image of what we saw earlier. Engage 8 versus one-on-one coverage. They find him for 8.
Yeah, and if I'm the defense, I'm okay with that. You just got to get to the quarterback there. Good job recognizing that it is a single coverage and making a good throw.
Heavy set offensive line look. Should be a run right side. That is Shane Kaufman coming up with the run, and he's going to have it 1st and goal for Washington.
Yeah, and another tough run right here. I do like the fight that Oklahoma City is having here. It's just, there's a tough 1st down right there. Setting up 1st and goal. Let's see if they're going to stay aggressive on defense.
4 downs to get it in the end zone. Looking to throw this. Right side, Utah, end zone. Not going to happen. Overthrew his target out of the back of the end zone, looking for Gusters. It's 2nd and goal.
And Washington this season coming in 4th in the league in field goal, in red zone field goals, and 10th in touchdowns right here. So they definitely like to score points here. For Oklahoma City, you got to put some pressure on them and make them get the ball out quickly.
4-3 look on defense for the Renegades. Trying to keep Washington out of the end zone. Handoff. Kaufman tries to bully his way through the middle. He'll get himself 4 yards. 3rd and goal coming up. Chance for OKC to potentially hold him to 3 points. This is a big 3rd down.
Very big 3rd down. I definitely probably see them. I wouldn't be surprised if they send some pressure here, looking for that outside throw if you're Washington. I think they're a little bit too further out to run the football.
They're going to throw it. Pressure coming. Gets hit as he threw, and he gets knocked away. Arm moving forward, so it's an incomplete pass, but OKC holds Washington to a 3-point attempt.
That whole drive, Chris, was about sending pressure and making Utah uncomfortable in the pocket. Oklahoma City, they took some gambles, they took some shots right here, but I'm not mad with that drive out there, holding them to a potential field goal.
22 yards, kick is on the way, it is up, and it is through. No problem there on the back end for James Troll from essentially 22 yards.
Yeah, and for Washington, yeah, you definitely want to get points on the board. If I'm Oklahoma City, I am really impressed with my defense on that 1st drive here. Now let's go back on offense. You had a couple of 1st downs, quick 3-step drops, kept the ball out of your hands. Continue on with that.
Let's see what they can do. It'll be a touchback in the back of the end zone. OKC is going to come back out to the 20. And we'll see what they can do on their 2nd drive. They had a couple 1st downs and eventually had to punt it away just before midfield. Their last time out, down 3-0. Isn't a lot, but it's something. It's a 3 minutes left here in this 1st quarter. See if OKC can figure something out. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. I have formation up against the nickel look on defense for Washington. Extra pressure comes, throws over the middle, and it's picked off. Back the other way. Chance, left sideline, and he is gone to the house. That is a pick-6 touchdown. Ryan Cook gets it and takes it back all the way.
Very dangerous throw there. When you're in double coverage and you're doing a slant route, you have to throw it up the field. When you throw it behind, you get a chance for playmaking quarterbacks like Ryan Cook to go in there and undercut the route. Recognizing he has safety coverage over the top, that's just an easy read. Touchdown, send it back. Don't need the offense, Washington. Your defense will score you points right there.
Apparently that's all they need at the moment. So this will be an extra point coming up here. Kick is up and on the way inside the left upright. It's good from James Troll. 10-0 lead for Washington as they get a hot start on the offense and then the defense. Good drive followed up by a pick-6, and that's what makes up the points so far. OKC is going to get this back. 2:52 left in the 1st quarter. This will be returnable just inside the end zone to the 20, to the 25. And there's a flag down somewhere in the blocking area. And it is indeed going to be a clipping call or a block in the back, as it's called now. Either way, flag is against the Renegades.
Yeah, you don't want any type of penalties. When you're blocking somebody, you shouldn't look at their numbers in the back. If you see the name of the jersey, just let them go right there. That's a clear call.
Yeah, that was an easy one. That was an easy one, no doubt about that. OKC top 10 in penalties this season in the sense of they don't take that many of them, but they take one there. And they are going to be hurting at the 14-yard line. Colin Pierce is under center. Pitch play right side. This time they'll get some positive yardage on it, get a couple of yards going forward, and it's 2nd and 8.
It's the one thing that they don't want to be is pushed back in their end zone right here. So hopefully they got some plays to get some chunk yardage to move the ball.
Trying to find something. Split backs look. This is a heavy look, 10, including the 2 running backs. Pitch play, tried the offset pitch play. That didn't work. Misdirection, gets blown up in the backfield. 3rd and 12 for OKC as Jacob Brewer couldn't find it.
And Chris, you got to count how many people are in that box right there. They had not 8. You got to try to see if you can switch an audible to a passing play right there so you don't get stuck in the backfield.
In the gun, Pierce backing up, pressure coming, throws it long over the middle, and that is incomplete. Well long of the intended target. He was looking downfield and just could not find anybody to go to. 4th down coming.
And Washington knew they had to pass the ball. It was 3rd and 12. You can have your defensive ends just pin their ears back and go towards the quarterback. And hopefully the corners can get some interception there. That's just a tough thing to be in.
That was non-contract wide receiver Taylor Jacobs on the target there. Couldn't quite get to it. And that'll be a punt that gets taken in. Fair catch at the 44-yard line from the return man, King Alexander. So Washington can make it a 3-score lead with a touchdown here. Minute 50 to go in this first quarter of play. See if OKC can hang in this game. Handoff left side. That is a nice tackle 3 yards forward. And that is stopped there. Shane Kaufman.
Power run when you can pull the right guard, Bill McMillan from the right side, just coming over and let him lead block up the field. That's just good running right there. Good job, Oklahoma City, shedding the blocks and getting the tackle before anything big can happen.
1.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Washington under center. Oh, that's a nice hit, but a big-time catch just towards the ground. That was close. Terrell Cooper on the catch. Utah took a hit on that play, 3rd and 3.
Yeah, that's not the first time in this game right here. Utah has been taking a hit from Oklahoma City. They've been really aggressive at going after the ball here. They're just getting a yard or 2 short, but that can change.
3rd and 3. Got to get the 3 yards to keep this drive alive. Pressure coming. They send 8. That'll be a throw and incomplete. So Washington's offense can't seem to get the same gusto that their defense has, and they have a decision to make, probably going to be a punt.
And Oklahoma City decided for defense today, they're going to send as much pressure as they can. They feel like they're confident in their cornerbacks to play one-on-one coverage, and they're getting to Utah right there. Not a sack yet, but they're building up to it.
Yeah, absolutely. This will be a punt. Goes left side. Fair catch called for at about the 14-yard line, and that's where it's taken and by Bachikalupi. So 1st and 10 for the Renegades. They hold Washington scoreless on that drive, even though they started in OKC territory. So that's a defensive win for OKC. Now we'll see if the Renegades can follow it up with something on offense. Nickel look for Washington on defense. Backs it up. Pressure coming, and down goes Colin Pierce. You saw that coming from the word go. It is Nicholas Warner, 2nd and 14.
You got to shift your offensive line to the right, keep it running back in. They overload blitz on that side right there. And if you know you don't have enough blocking, you got to 3-step and get rid of the ball. You can't hold on to it because that can be a fumble next time.
From their own 10-yard line, 2nd and 14, 24 seconds left. Motion man is Dallas Sanders. Pierce over the middle. That one's caught. They made it more reasonable this 3rd down. He's completed a couple tough passes in traffic. McMichaels with his 4th catch already. It's 3rd and 6.
Yeah, definitely helping out the quarterback there. Good job. That time the offensive line for OKC picked up the blitz and gave Colin Pierce time to throw it down the middle.
First frame is done. 10-0 Washington. OKC has the ball. You're watching the SFL on the Virtual Football Network. Chris Curtis, Anthony Ellison in the broadcast booth with you. Josh Durr and Ron Haynes in the stats truck for us today. Thank you, gentlemen. Much appreciated. And we are ready to go for the second quarter as OKC moves ends and moves right to left across your screen. Oh, Pierce is taken down again. Key third down and a 5-yard loss. Big time hit is going to end this drive with a whimper. And the Renegades will punt it away.
And look who it is again. King McNeely. This time, instead of a bull rush, just ripped inside of the offensive lineman for his second sack of the game so far. You got to put another person on him. Double team him.
OKC's offense up against it so far. This punt is up and away. It'll get out to past the midfield stripe. Returned across the midfield logo and to the 49-yard line by King Alexander. So they've stopped them once starting in their territory. They got to do it again to keep this to a 2-possession game. 10-0 Washington. They have the ball and are on the plus side of the 50.
And OKC is doing a good job on defense here, but how long is that going to hold up if your offense cannot respond for you?
Correct. It's when it rains, it pours. Let's see if it starts pouring here on the OKC defense. It's Gusters in motion for Washington. Handoff, right side. Plenty of room through the tackles, and that is going to be a Kaufman 7-yard run for him.
And just nice little simple off tackle run. They ran right behind the right guard and right tackle right there. Saw the hole inside, cut inside right here. That's just a good first down run.
2nd and 3, just over 9 minutes to go in the first half. That's Christopher Dean, first down and more. He's going to roll over his tackler at about the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Trident.
So while you see Kaufman doing a little more shifty work, cutting inside, Dean wants to run downhill. Give him the ball, let him get some steam. You cannot arm tackle him. The thing is, he's going to run over the first 2 arm tackles, and by that time, he's already 10, 15 yards down the field.
Tight ends to the left. Handoff from Utah to Kaufman. He gets taken down in the backfield. That's a nice hit in the backfield. They finally are able to get a stop on that. It'll be 2nd and long.
Yeah, good job right there by Farrell Rain. 6'2", 210. Came in from the corner position to make that tackle.
Handoff through the middle and a nice hit. It's Kaufman again. He gets taken down again by Rains, and it's 3rd and long coming up, and another chance for OKC to put a stop to this drive.
Yeah, they are playing disciplined football on the defensive side right here. Rains already got 5 tackles for a cornerback. Now you have to show off his cover skills on 3rd down.
Utah throw right side. It's deflected and incomplete. So that will go by the wayside, and another chance gone by for Washington to do damage in the offensive end. That's a key 3rd down miss, and they'll punt it again.
It's only going to be a matter of time until something has to give here. OKC is playing stout on defense. They just need one solid drive from their offense.
That will be a punt to the 5-yard line. Well done. And that is where that ends up. So good stuff there. Hey, you remember that convention we've been talking about since like, a year ago at this point? Well, you better make plans now before flights get more expensive and work says you can't go. 2025 SFL convention kicks off the league's 25th anniversary season, July 10th through the 14th. Join SFL Nation at the rooftop pool of our host hotel, the Hyatt Regency. You can reserve your room now with a special group rate at simfl.net. If you guys have never been to a convention before, it is a heck of a time. No doubt about that. So definitely, if you get the chance to go to this one, do it. It's going to be a lot of fun for everybody involved. 1st and 10 for OKC. Pitch play, right side, and not much to it. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. No further than that. McNeely on the stop one more time. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and they have to try to do something different here. Running is not is not working. I know they threw the interception, but they need to try to stretch the ball down the field.
2 to the right, 1 to the left, I formation. This will be another handoff. This is a spin move, and they'll get 5 on it. So that will work. And it'll make a 3rd and medium coming up. They got to get it to the 15 for the first down.
Yeah, you don't want to do anything short right here. If I'm Washington, maybe send a little bit of pressure. They've been having trouble with those overload blitz here. Something has to stop.
Here's Pierce on 3rd and long. Throws. It's incomplete. That one's going to hit a player on the way through, and it will hit the ground. Another punt upcoming for OKC, and they're going to put their defense to the test one more time.
And the thing is, both of these offenses, Chris, is actually struggling here. The points, the lone touchdown came from a pick 6, but both defenses that have came to play here, and offenses are struggling and been stalled out.
Punt from his own end zone. It is a high kick, not very far, but it'll get up to about the 48-yard line, and it is caught at the 47 by Phil Koss. Here comes the Trident one more time. 3rd straight drive. They're starting on the plus side of the 50 because of a punt from the opposite team's end zone. So this is an opportunity they really need to start taking advantage of. It is 1st and 10 for Utah and company. From the Oklahoma City 47, this will be a handoff and a run to the right-hand side. And that is a 4-yard gain for Kaufman. It is 2nd and 6.
So as the clock keeps on moving, you know, Washington's going to run the football. You want to get some type of points here. You want to start to feel good. You have a high-power offense, top 10 in the league, but you're not showing it because this OKC is giving you problems.
Through the middle, Christopher Dean, 1st down and more. Going to get down to the 33-yard line, and the Trident are moving the ball.
And it's all like Dean downhill once again. Offensive line cleared up the way. Nothing really special. Just a run, an ISO run between that guard and the center. 1st down. This is the momentum that Washington want to see.
I'm start calling him Downhill Dean. See if that catches. 1st and 10. OKC has played very well defensively to this point. They could really use a 3rd straight stop in their own end here. 2nd and 7 after Kaufman's 3-yard gain. 5 and 37 left in this first half.
Good job by 55 Sabo Canyon right there. Came off his block and made a tackle. They're doing a good job on the run. You know, sometimes they'll get gashed, but for the most part, they're playing good run discipline against this Washington team.
They're going to need it here. Big time stop. 3rd and 3 now. Christopher Dean gets 4 yards. And another 3rd and short coming up here for the Trident. One of these two teams has to give something. Who's it going to be? We've been on an offensive stalemate for about a full quarter now. 3rd and 3, handoff, Kaufman, 1st down. Get it to the 22-yard line, maybe the 21, either way, just outside the red zone.
And what we are seeing now is what the strength of this team is today, and is running the football. 3 tight end, heavy jumbo set right there. And it was just bully ball, just pushing OKC back.
Another heavy set trying to get some room is Christopher Dean. He's going to get himself 5 more yards. Downhill Dean does it again. 2nd and medium.
Downhill Dean right here just comes in, gives you the 4 to 5 yards and head back to the sideline, and then let the shifty Kaufman come in and give those big runs.
Split backs look. Utah's under center. Backs it up. Delayed handoff. Taken down immediately. Loses a yard in the process. That is not the way they drew that one up. And it will be a 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 here. They want to try to get a 1st down, obviously, right there. OKC, it would be a big win. They can hold them to a field goal here. Washington is trying to put some points on the board before the half.
That was backup James Redmond on the carry. Utah throws cross body. It's caught. 1st and goal for Phil Koss at the 3-yard line. How did he hold on to that ball?
That is a combination of putting zip on the ball and concentration that you can go over the middle, going to take a hit. The ball's a little bit behind. Maybe that might have saved them, but that is a tough catch, especially when your defense is blanking it all around you.
Washington with their best drive of the day. Trying to cap it off. First and goal. Goal line defense for OKC. Pressure in the back. Christopher Dean gets taken down. Loses a yard in the process. Second and goal.
And I love the fight in OKC. I always say the red zone is really tough for the offense because you don't have that much room for yardage. And it's in the defensive favor right here.
Second and goal. Handoff. Trying to get there. Kaufman's taken down again. They lose 2. Back to the 5-yard line they go. Third and goal.
And Thomas Raymond Jr. right there with the tackle from the corner position here. They came to play. This is third and goal. I would probably look to passing the ball, maybe look for a flat route to the outside, but they were looking for that run.
Utah to throw it on third down. He's taken down at the 10-yard line. Big time sack, and they'll hold him to 3 one more time.
I'm telling you, this is exactly what I was thinking. This defense is going to hold this team up for points right here. They're not going to allow touchdowns. They might give up some big yardage from time to time, but when it comes to the matter of it, they're going to bring pressure. They're going to come after Tommy Utah. Washington once again has to settle to possibly another field goal.
From the 27-yard line, or 27-yard attempt, it is up and it is through. No issue there for James Troll. 12 plays, 38 yards. Their average field position for starting a drive, talking about Washington, is on the plus side of the 50. And they have not been able to get an offensive touchdown as of yet. That's a credit to OKC's defense and how well they're playing. 2:08 left here in this second quarter of play. Reminder, Washington gets the ball to start the third. So if OKC wants to signal some intent, this would be the drive to do it. That's a nice broken tackle to the outside and a real nice return coming up there for Dallas Sanders, the wide receiver. First and 10 for OKC.
And then one bright light for OKC is being first in the league with the kick return yardage and kick return. You saw it right there, almost broke it even more to the outside, getting your team good field position with 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
2:02 left. It'll be one play and then the 2-minute warning. First and 10. See how aggressive the Renegades want to be. I expect them to at least try to get themselves downfield to get something on the board. Bachikalupi in motion from left to right across the formation. Handoff. Right side, gains a yard, no further. And that is Nathaniel Diggs coming up to make the stop, and that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. 120 seconds left, 119 realistically until we get to the locker rooms. It is a 13-0 lead. The Washington Trident out in front. All right, here come the Renegades. Run blitz, nice a spin move, and not a lot to that run, but they get a couple of yards.
And Washington does have time to call timeout if they stop them here. They get the ball back, plus, like you say, Chris, they get the ball back in the third quarter.
Here we go. 4 wide, tight end is up close to the formation. He'll be running a route as well. That's Sanders moving left to right. Pierce throws left side, incomplete. Probably should have had that one. Instead, it's 4th down, and they will likely have to punt it away.
And once again, we are seeing 2 good defenses today. They're playing the ball really well, both OKC and Washington right here. Oklahoma City they're having trouble getting any type of yardage. Colin Pierce is an 18.3 QBR rating, just can't get anything going right now.
He's putting the ball in a lot of cases where people can catch it. There's not making a catch like that one right there. So it's going to need to be fixed sooner rather than later. Koss has the return to the 43-yard line in Washington territory for the first drive in a long time. And they will try to bleed down this clock and get some points before the clock hits 0.
Yeah, let's see if they can get some more points right there. Any points is good points. I know we've been saying that they have really good field position, which they have. They also, too, have been struggling getting the connections down the field that they want to. So let's see if they can build on what they've been doing.
First and 10. Washington with a buck 16 on the clock. Left side, Kaufman going to get himself pushed through. Look at 7 yards. Timeout taken by the Trident. Kaufman, not a bad day at the office so far. 12 carries for 50 yards. Christopher Dean's been doing some good work on that side too. Decent 1-2 combination in the run game for Washington. One of the reasons they are currently 6-1. Gonna kill some clock here. 5 seconds left in the play clock. Utah to the outside, and no broken tackles there. Big time hit, and that's a problem though, as it is going to be Vasquez who is on the ground for the OKC defense. That's a problem. That's their strong safety, 21, Josh Vasquez, and he would be a hole to fill if he is not able to come back.
Already with a thin secondary for OKC right here.
Yeah.
You don't want to have injuries. Let's hope that he can get back on the field as quickly as possible.
Yeah, that would be nice. Need to find some way to do it. I would expect they'll have Michael Bowen, the backup, come in and probably play that position for the time being, but he's a free safety by trade. 3rd and 3. Throw. Utah can't get it to the intended target. And it is going to be, that's Mihata with the intention, and a 4th and 3. And now they're going to give the ball back to OKC with a minute to go.
So now they have three full timeouts here. They can do some damage. They're probably going to get some decent field position. It depends on how this punt goes.
So they're going to start at the 20 or it'll start at the 3. We'll see. This is going to be a kick that will go all the way to the 21, and they'll actually start it at the 21-yard line. So there you go. Didn't move very far, and the Renegades will start their drive here. 55 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Now, you haven't had that much total yards on offense here. I would be careful trying to force something here. It's okay if you need to go into the locker room with this score, because you know what? You've been playing really good defense.
4-3 look on defense. Split backs for Colin Pierce. Got to find something to go to get them some kind of points. That's going to be a 2-yard run down the left side. Warner comes up to make the hit. 2nd and 8.
Yeah, it looks like just by the way they're going back to the huddle, and they might settle to go into the halftime, which is fine because you got to definitely make some adjustments on the offensive side.
Pierce to throw it. Quick throw. That one's caught. And it's a first down and more. 35-yard line is where that ends up, and they'll call their first time out.
And that was the longest pass of the game for them right there. And it's coming at a good time, right? Nice little seam route over the middle.
Plenty of defensive players on the right side of that formation. Left side for OKC. Pressure coming. Throws. Left side caught. That's a 3-yard gain. He's doing a good job getting the ball out of his hands. Another OKC timeout.
Yeah, I love it. When you do those quick step drops, like, you have to get the ball out right there. Good job. They picked up that overload blitz right there. Gave the quarterback time.
3rd down. Pachacalupi moves to the top of your screen. Pierce backs it up. Pressure coming from the back. He's taken down. 2nd down turns into 3rd. And it's the 4th time he's been brought down today.
And that's been the issue for the offense. They'll get a few yards. They'll get some movement, get some first down. And then a timely sack that pushing them back there. And it's happened 4 times already.
The long 3rd down. First down marker's not even on the screen. Looking to throw this. Pierce, that's a problem throw. It's out of bounds. It's caught. They do get a couple of yards back for Pachacalupi, but it's not enough, and that will bring us to the halftime whistle. So all told, no harm, no foul, I suppose. OKC down 13-0 to end the first half. And let's talk about how this first half transpired. Both offenses ride the struggle bus. Defense is winning the day right now for Washington.
Absolutely. Washington with 4 sacks. They got some pressures in the backfield, having given OKC all the fits possible. But good job on offense, Washington running the football close to 100 yards total between Kaufman and Dean and Tommy Utah, just making sure not turning the ball over. Now, OKC side, Colin Pierce is having trouble finding rhythm. They are struggling running the football, so I would like to see more power running them. But the defense for OK City is playing stout, sending pressure, and giving Utah problems.
Very good work. 13-0. The Trident have the lead over the Renegades. We're going to take a quick break for this halftime whistle, brought to you by Breaks GPT.
We just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an OJ Simpson jersey?
It's an Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady! Tom Brady!
Break into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Breaks GPT, featuring signed footballs, jerseys, helmets, photos, and more. Breaks GPT offers you the shot at winning autographed and authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join the community of collectors on our Breaks GPT Facebook page and lock in your shot at hitting a humongous headliner on our site, breaksgpt.com. Welcome back for the second half, everybody, from Olympia, Washington, Mount Olympus Stadium. The Trident's going to start with this football to start the second half. It will be returned from the 15. Broken tackle. That's a problem. Down the left side. And he is down that sideline. One man to beat. He's taken down. Finally, after a great return from Johan Sutherland, there's a face mask to boot. They'll add 15 yards on top of it.
And that is how you start the second half. You want some good yardage. You want to see you can get your first offensive touchdown. You start with that right there. Plus, you tack on the face mask at the end of it. They're starting on the 31-yard line for OKC.
That was only a 5-yard face mask. My apologies. They're not a personal foul. Either way, 1st and 10. Trident off to a real solid start. That's a run to the left-hand side, and it's Kaufman with that run. Defensively, OKC gets a boost. Josh Vasquez is probable to return from his injury. It's a bruised elbow, so they may see him sooner rather than later back out on the field. That's somebody that they're going to need in that safety spot. 2nd and 4 for Washington. That is a run, and it goes absolutely nowhere. Christopher Dean is stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and it's more good run defense from the OKC Renegades.
And Washington has been in OKC territory 3 times so far today. I think they came up with 2 field goals and a punt. So That's just showing OKC just playing phenomenal on defense.
They had it to within the 3-yard line and still couldn't do it. That one is going to find the end zone, though. That's a touchdown, and it is Sutherland, Johan Sutherland, who brings that one in. Washington gets their first offensive score.
And Chris, it was only a matter of time. When you've been in the red zone so many times, like Washington has, something was going to give right there. And OKC playing gambling defense all day. That time they tried to gamble with a pick 6. They just misread it. And what a way to keep the concentration on the ball by Sutherland for the first touchdown of the game.
Thomas and Rahman couldn't quite bring that one in. Tried for the interception, but did not make the play. So it is going to be a 20-0 score line as this one's put through by Troll. 3 plays, 30 yards. That's the kind of start that the Trident wanted coming into the second half.
Yeah, perfect plan. Good kickoff return right there. Had a penalty to add 5 yards. Ran the ball and then deliver a strike. That's what you draw up in the locker room.
You know, in 8 years of calling SFL games, 8 solid calendar years, that's 16 SFL seasons, I have never once called, I should say, a shutout. So I'm going to jinx it right here, and we're going to not see a shutout in this game. That's the hope.
We will not.
OKC is going to try to put some scores on the board. The O has got to go, OKC. Let's go. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Looking to throw this. Pierce, that one's incomplete. Really nicely timed hit is going to take it out of his hands. 2nd and 10.
Ooh, that's good defense right there by number 22, John DeSantis. was able to knock the ball away without causing a pass interference.
2nd and 10 for OKC. That is a quick toss, almost like a shovel, and it worked to perfection there. That gets them a first down. That was real pretty, and somehow they found a way to make it work as they get the ball moving forward.
I love it because the linebackers are playing so far back. That's just it's like a shovel pass right there.
Yeah.
You just throw it, just get it out of your hands really quickly and let the receiver keep running down the field.
That was Justin Scraggs, one of the backup wide receivers, who caught that shovel. 1st and 10 for OKC. Handoff, left side, not going to happen. That was a real nice bit of run defense to take him out of the play. Rodney Panani with the stop.
And what causes the problem for OKC's offense here in situations like this? Because then you got McNeely, you have Warner, Kappa Jones, that they're ready to get these sacks. They get the pressure when it's 2nd and 3rd and long.
Pierce throws, nearly picked off. 3rd and 12. Tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern, help Carolina Skyhawks co-owner Shravan Prasad celebrate his 33rd birthday by joining him on his inaugural annual charity live stream, Co-op Without Borders. For a full 24 hours, Shravan and some friends will be teaming up on a variety of co-op games to fundraise for Doctors Without Borders. Tune in at twitch.tv/Mr23 or youtube.com/Shravan Prasad to donate. See his post in team content. Pierce, long throw. That one is caught down the middle. It's Christian Bacigalupi, and he will score. Touchdown, Renegades.
Well, you called it.
Yep, I did.
It. You can say whatever, like you did it. You said no shutout. And here's the thing. That was the first time we saw today OKC throwing the ball deep down the field. It's a vertical route, and the problem was the safety. You're playing center field. You cannot collapse like that. You're the last line of defense. And good job by number 85 here. Christian was able to maintain concentration over the middle for a touchdown.
There you go. No shutout today. They get it back to a 2-possession score line. So OKC going to try to add on the extra point. Martin Anderson going to put the kick up with the left boot, and it is up and through. 5 plays, 79 yards, and no bigger play than that one right now in the game for OKC as they go down only 13 now.
Now, with the first half being heavily on defensive side, we've seen the first 2 drives in the second half offensive. So maybe we're set up for a shootout.
From the 18-yard line, it is returnable to the 33. So a couple of short boots on the kickoffs in this second half, and it sets up the Trident with decent field position at their own 33-yard line. Now here come the Trident. 1st and 10. 4-3 look on defense for OKC. They'll move Gusters out wide. Hand off right side. Fumble on the play, and it's still picked up by the Trident. They keep it.
That was
very interesting.
Very scary right here. Trying to do a juke move, and they just went towards the football and knock it loose right there. You got to be careful. OKC is feeling some type of confidence after getting that first touchdown for them.
Trying to make a statement in this game, only 20-7. A 13-point lead has never looked smaller, especially after a near turnover on the last play from scrimmage. 2nd and 7. Utah backs it up. That's through the middle. Good run and a first down. That was a gutsy run from Christopher Dean, who brought a couple defenders with him.
And I love how they're scared not to run the ball after they just fumbling it right there. And that is just gashing holes up the middle. Good job by Dean. Didn't get touched once again until that first down marker.
Oh, okay. So that's not Robert Thump. That's going to be the OKC sideline that's going to challenge this play. We'll take a retroactive look at the spot of the ball, brought to you by Retroid. Put an SFL console in your hands. Play the only game with your player in it. SFL 4K23. Let's take a look.
Where was that knee and elbow? It looks like they're...
God, it looks like you got it.
All over that first down marker. The knee didn't drop until after He's on that first down line. I think that's a first down.
Yeah, I think OKC is going to pay a timeout here. Oh, they overturned it. Okay, so that creates an interesting scenario. OKC wins the challenge somehow, and that sets up 3rd and inches. I cannot believe that was overturned.
Oh, they're in the booth as well with us. Maybe they saw something that we didn't, and apparently they did.
Apparently, split backs look on 3rd and inches. This becomes a major 3rd down play for OKC. If they're able to get a stop here, it's huge. Right through the middle, they don't get the stop. That's not going to happen. Christopher Dean says, give me my, or not, Gusters this time, says, give us our first down back. They do, 1st and 10.
And they knew they had all the confidence, like, okay, we had the first down. We're going to run it up the middle, smash mouth football right between your guard and center, and just pushing that defensive line back for OKC.
Open box a little bit here. Kaufman breaks a tackle, but can't break the second one. He stopped at the line of scrimmage. Josh Vasquez returns to the game and gets a tackle there.
And for the most part, and it doesn't show up in the box there, that OKC's been playing really good against the run, but they've been doing really well when they send pressure. Let's see if we see some pressure on this play.
In the gun is Tommy Utah. 3 to the left, 1 in the backfield with him. 1 off to the right. Snap, has the football, handoff, Christopher Dean, the off tackle run to the sideline. He's going to step out of bounds, and he's going to somehow gain 2 yards in the process. 3rd and 8, 3rd and long coming up here for the Trident.
I don't mind that run, but I'd rather see you run north to south instead of east to west.
Yeah, we're calling you downhill, Dean. That's not going to work that way.
Yeah, not sideline, Dean. You gotta cut up the field.
East-west Dean just doesn't have the same ring to it. 3rd and 8. See what Washington can do. Got to get it to the 42 for a first down. Throws left side, incomplete. So OKC comes up with the stop. They get the touchdown, and then they hold Washington to no points. This game just became a whole lot more interesting in the 3rd quarter.
Absolutely here. And that all because of that challenge right there. I felt like it got some type of momentum for them.
Well, the challenge and the touchdown before that, I think it seems just kind of like momentum's on their side a little bit. Punt is up and gone. They'll try to pin OKC down deep in their own territory. The 15-yard line, they'll work to return it. It's a good return up to the 24. A 9-yard return for Bacigalupi, who had the touchdown earlier. He's had a good day, and here comes the Renegades from the 24.
All right, let's see if they can repeat what they did on offense. They threw it down the middle. It was one of their few rare throws over the middle, and let's see if they can repeat that.
And that's Pierce, Colin Pierce, 6 for his last 10 throws. See if he can do something with it on this next drive. Handoff, right side, and you'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Actually gain a yard in the process. Not much past that.
Yeah, and they've been having some problems with the running game here, so try to see if they can mix it up, throw someone on the outside here, but it's been their passing that's been keeping them in this game.
Tight ends off to the right, 2nd and 9. It'll be a Pierce throw. Need to find something, and for the 6th time today, he gets taken down for a sack. Linebacker blitz gets home. It's 3rd and long.
And right there, that was number 52, the defensive end, Rodney Panini, getting the first sack of the game for them. And once again, it's not a speed rush. It's just a inside, ripping your arms inside of the lineman. They're just not moving their feet. Now set up for 3rd and long.
4 wide. Tight ends off to the left as well. They got to find something. Got to get it to the 35 for a first. Pierce to throw. Tipped and incomplete. 4th down. I don't think it's time to go for it yet, so they'll probably punt this away.
No, great job setting pressure. Wasn't ready. Feet wasn't set. And almost threw an interception there. Good job by a well-timed defensive blitz call by Washington.
Should be able to reverse the field with a decent punt if they can get it. Kick is up and gone. It'll get past midfield towards about the 45-yard line. Returned to the logo inside OKC territory. This is the 4th drive they've started now in the Renegades territory. and they only have one offensive touchdown to show for the day. See if they can fix that.
Definitely a tone setter drive here if you're Washington. I will keep it on the ground. Your Dean is running the ball well up the middle. Kaufman had a fumble, but still has been moving the ball. Your offensive line has been doing great.
4-3 look on defense for OKC. They're expecting the run here. I think everybody should be. Run left side. They got the ball. That's a lot of room to run. And is that Kaufman again? That is Kaufman. It is going to be a great run down the left sideline to the 20-yard line.
And once again, they've been very effective running this off tackle run, and good job wide receivers making blocks down the field. They're just sealing the outside, and Kaufman with that speed is just heading there. Big chunk yards. That's a big run for them. Longest of the day.
4:14 left in this third quarter of play. Kaufman 84 yards on 16 carries. 50 of those yards were before the first hit. That's going to be a run for Dean. He's got himself 5 more yards, make it 6. 2nd and 4 coming up. They're starting to put their footholds in this game.
And there you go, Dean. Running downhill is what your specialty is right here. And now they're just slowing and tiring this defense.
Making the defense chase them all over the yard. 2nd and 4. 3:39 to go. Handoff, right side. Kaufman taken down just past the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 3. And another key 3rd down here.
But the thing is, Chris, that every single time we feel like Washington is moving the ball, OKC is stopping them and setting up a 3rd down once again that can hold them to a field goal.
Here comes Washington on 3rd down. They need it. They do not want this to go on any longer with any further suspense. Handoff, right side. They've got the first down. It's Kaufman getting it down to the 8. 1st and goal for the Trident.
And I would say that's a big 3rd down right there, because you've been stopped in the red zone 1 out of 4 times, and they just double team block. Good job by the center, moving off to the linebacker, getting the first down run they needed.
That was their 5th 3rd down conversion of the day against 12 attempts. So they had not been quite half before that play and still aren't. 1st and goal for the Trident. Trying to finish this drive off through the middle. Christopher Dean, touchdown, Washington.
And he could not be stopped on that drive. Downhill Dean is what I like to call him right there. Just get the ball, let him move his legs. Arm tackles are not going to work to pay dirt. Another touchdown for Washington.
Going to add on the extra point. James Troll going to do the honors for that. As long as that goes through, it'll be a 20-point ball game with 2.5 minutes left here in this 3rd quarter. Snap high, handled well. Kick is up and on the way. It is up, and it is through. 5 plays, 49 yards for Washington. They get the job done on offense as their second half offense has really started to come alive.
Yeah, in the first half, no offensive touchdowns, only the pick 6. In the second half right here, like you said, getting 2 touchdowns, showing more dominance and why they are a top team in the league.
From his own end zone. Returnable for Bacigalupi, and he's going to get hit hard. That was not Bacigalupi, actually. That was that was Scraggs, I think. Justin Scraggs at the 25-yard line on the return. 1st and 10 for the Renegades. A quick strike imperative if they want to, again, signal some intent to try to come back in this football game. They're down 20. It's never been bigger than a 3-possession game. Pierce over the middle, caught, 1st down, and a nice catch there for Bocce as he gets this one in just 2 yards past the 1st down marker.
And Bocce getting close to that 100-yard mark right there. I love the fight in OKC. Good job staying in the pocket, keeping your eyes down the field, delivering a beautiful strike over the middle.
Former Seattle Nemesis player, former Carolina Skyhawk, Christian Bacigalupi. Now with the Renegades. That's a big hit, another sack. 7th time today that Colin Pierce has been brought down behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 16.
And you gotta help out your offensive line too. There's an overload blitz. You can see it. You need to try to get it away, even if you throw it out of bounds or just move over and run. But that's just good time defensive call by Washington.
Got to make 3rd down more manageable if you can. This is crunch time for OKC. Feels like the game's kind of slipping away. Looking to throw this. Pierce over the middle, makes it short, makes it decent. And it's 3rd and 11. That's doable. Steve McMichaels with his 5th catch.
Very doable here, but you got to recognize what Washington's going to bring. They're going to have their defensive ends coming. They are beginning their sacks on 3rd and long or 2nd and long.
Here we go. Pierce throws right side, incomplete. That was close. I thought he had it. And McMichaels was your intended target. 4th down, still not time to go for it. They'll punt it away.
And like you said, Chris, earlier, like you got to help out your quarterback. If it hits your hands, you got to come down with it.
Yeah, it's imperative. That thing hits you in the hands. You have to bring that in, especially at this level. That is a decent punt. Fair catch called for at the 34-yard line. They'll say the 33. That's where Koss grabs it, and Washington will start their drive there. So OKC couldn't quite get the job done to get some offense on the board. Washington really has a chance to, I would say, at the end of the 3rd quarter, put this game away. All told, OKC's defense still has played pretty well, giving up just 2 offensive scores in this football game. That's a good run for Kaufman. He's going to have himself 12 yards and another Washington 1st down.
And once again, is the off tackle to the left side. You see that the tackle it's a really tough thing to do to seal that defensive edge right there. But you see it right there, number 79 with a beautiful block that will give Kaufman the run to the outside.
Kaufman over the century mark for rushing, 105 on the day. 1st and 10 for the Trident. Handoff left side. There's room, broken tackles. Christopher Dean comes down with a nice run. He will get 10 yards, 2nd and inches, as he didn't quite get to the 1st down marker.
And that time, the seal came from, once again, 79, Scott Pancake. And then they also brought the left guard over, Bill McMillan, to pull to the outside. Power running to slow down and dictate the game.
Should be the last play if they decide to snap it of this 3rd quarter. They will. Right up the middle. And that is Gusters who gets a 1st down. And that is going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. It is a 27-7 ball game as the Trident are up on OKC at the end of the 3rd. You're watching the Simulation Football League on the Virtual Football Network. Chris Curtis, Anthony Ellison in the broadcast booth. Ron Haynes and Joshua Durr in the stats truck, and then Cameron Irvine producing and commissioning for us in the background. Welcome into Mountain Olympus Stadium in Olympia, Washington. And if you are just joining us, welcome in. It's been a fun one so far. Competitive in some spots and some other, we've seen some really nice plays as well. The Bacigalupi reception for a touchdown that went really long. Seeing Christopher Dean with a couple of broken tackles and an end zone run, a pick 6. A couple of really decent plays by both sides, 2nd and 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
Up the middle. That is a 1st down. That's a run forward for Dean. Downhill Dean at it again. He did not get the 1st down somehow. Vasquez came up with the stop. 3rd and inches. It's been interesting spots all night, too.
Yeah, Washington's been inside of the 50 for a few times here. They've been in the red zone quite a few times, but OKC just comes with pressure every time.
Did he get there? I don't think he did. I want to take a look at this. They're going to say Gusters got it, but oh, that's close. Yeah,
I would challenge it right there because I think the football was behind that 1st down marker.
Yeah, I agree. I think this we might have a look at this. We'll see if OKC wants to press the play. Washington getting up to the line, so they don't have to worry about a challenge, and they're not going to challenge this. They don't want to give up the timeout in case they're wrong. That's going to be a run forward for 2. All right.
Now we just see the clock moving.
Yeah. Well, either way, no challenge on it. And now OKC, nothing they can do about it. They're in field goal range is Washington. 2nd and 8. Handoff through the middle. Christopher Dean again is going to find himself 6 more yards. They'll say 3rd and 1.
Yeah, so OKC went for an outside rush.
Yeah.
And then now Washington just said, we're going to run it up the middle right there. Just big yardage on the running game.
3rd and 1. Heavy set look. The whole stadium knows it's a run. They are going to take him down at the line of scrimmage. They get the stop, and it'll likely be a 4th and inches field goal attempt. Brady Clark came up to make the hit to knock him down, and they'll hold him to a 3-point try.
You know what, Chris? I've been very impressed with this OKC defense right there. It might not show in the scoreboard, but they've been doing well-timed 3rd down stops all game.
Yeah, completely agree. 10 plays, 45 yards as James Troll will knock that one through for 3 more points. 30-7. Game may or may not be out of reach, but the all-important spread number has not been reached. 24.5 is the spread at the moment, and OKC can put a dent in that if they are able to get something going on this drive. 7:27 left in this 4th quarter of play. KK is up and gone. That should be Bacigalupi back there for the return from his own 3. This will be a spin, and that's actually Dallas Sanders who came up with the return, and it's out to the 29-yard line. So OKC starts out this drive. See how long they take. They can't take much time if they want to try to come back. They're down to 23.
Yeah, and they want to hone in on what got them the score, which was taking the shot down the field. They don't take that many shots, but they definitely should try right there because right now the running game is not working for them.
1st and 10. Colin Pierce has had a hard time staying upright. Washington's defensive line has played extraordinarily well. 7 sacks on the day. Throws over the middle. It's incomplete. And it was grabbed while he was falling. DeSantis comes up to make the hit, knocks it out of his hand. 2nd and 10.
Big hit right there. Was able to force the ball loose right there with DeSantis over the middle.
2nd and long. Strong set I formation. Pierce now will throw it over the middle. That one is incomplete. That was close. Probably should have been caught as well. 3rd and long coming up, and they have to throw it.
And the difference that time, number 24 did not gamble and give up the touchdown. Stayed home. That was Alvin Beggin right there. Was able to knock it down. 3rd and 10. They're going to send some pressure probably.
Or they'll play coverage. We'll see. Looks like a 3-2 look, 3-2 dime. Pierce with 8 on the play clock. Has the football, rolls left. Time, throws over the middle. Incomplete. Another well-timed hit on the back end to knock that ball free. What a display this time from Nicholas Warner.
It was so many defenders around that receiver and still almost completed it. Had it in his hands, but it was just defensive, like, great job hitting them right when the ball gets there so it's not pass interference.
Yeah.
And that was tough.
I have done that all night long. It's been fun to watch this Washington defense go to work. This is going to be a punt that's end over end. Get it to the 31-yard line. Fair caught there by Phil Koss. So they will start this clock-eating drive at the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Trident. Still been a good game. I think it's still been a better game than I think we thought it was going to be.
Oh, 100%.
1st and 10. For the Trident, just over 7 minutes left in this 4th quarter. Handoff, right side, that's Kaufman. Adds 3 yards to his totals. Should be at about 110 by now. 2nd and 7.
Hey, Chris, you're talking about 2 drives that led to touchdowns. But besides that, Oklahoma City has been playing really well on defense and stouting at least the passing game, only holding Utah for 80 yards passing.
Yeah, they've given up some rushing yards, but it's been dinks and dunks. It hasn't been big chunk plays. Gusters is going to get a chunk here, though, as he'll get forward for the first down, and that is about 9 he'll add to his totals, 1st and 10.
Yeah, it's been having a problem beefing up that interior line because their big yardage are coming up the middle, and they're showing that, OKC, their defensive line is really tired right now. Our linebackers, they're doing everything they can, but this offensive line for Washington is a top 3, and they're showing why.
6:10 left in this 4th quarter. This will be a juke coming up for Kaufman, and he'll have himself 5 more yards. So the Washington Trident, they've got 1 division game left in their schedule. They have the middle of the road as far as their strength of schedule left this season. This will be a run to the right. Christopher Dean, 1st down and more towards the sideline. They'll get taken down, but another 1st down for the Renegades. But the Trident have, like I said, just 1 division game left. That's against the Lycans. That comes up week 13. But they do have Fort Worth next. That should be a pretty good one. Washington against Fort Worth in Fort Worth.
And they want to keep the lead against Vancouver right there. So winning today will put them up 2 in the win column, which is exactly what you want, like just heading towards the end of the season.
And it's going to be a run to the right. That's a decent run as well. Another great effort from Kaufman. 1st and 10. He's about to a 1 1/4 now as far as yardage. And you're right. The thing is, like, nobody had Washington pinned to win that division going into this season, but they have played extraordinarily well and have really turned a corner, it seems, as far as this season is concerned. This has been a different looking Washington Trident roster in the history of this franchise. St. Louis to Motor City to Washington, and they're finally starting to make some inroads. Dean, downhill Dean's going to get 4 yards, and we got to head back to SFL HQ. Cameron Irvine has a game update for us. Cameron.
Thank you, Curtis. Fort Worth and Bossier City coming down to the wire. 13-17, the Steamers up, and Eric Price's pass is picked off by Michaela Forker with 10 seconds left. Bossier City gets a key win in the South to go to 5-3. The Toros lose another heartbreaker and fall to 4-4. Back to you in Washington.
Thank you very much, Cameron. Man, Fort Worth is finding, Anthony, some heartbreaking ways to lose football games.
And it's really tough because those are like deciding, like those short games right there. That's like a couple points. There's a difference between being in the top of your division or in the middle hunting for a playoff spot.
Delayed handoff doesn't go very far. They'll get them down to 3rd down, and that'll be that. But I mean, Fort Worth, they were coming into the season. Everyone expected them to be a better team than they ended up being as far as their record is concerned. But that is a better team on paper than what they've displayed so far. I think it's arguable as James Troll looks to add a 39-yarder.
And that is a tough division that Fort Worth is in.
Yeah, it's true.
Everybody is like, 4-3, and the division is still kind of open still, but like you say, Curtis, like they want it to be a lot better than what they're showing.
Yeah, and losing to a team like Bossier City is a tough way to go, especially to believe they're in the division. So that is a big hit to take. Talking about Fort Worth there. 33-7 as James Troll banks that one in off the field goal. 3:39 left in this one. So OKC is going to get the football back. And from the 4-yard line, it'll be returned one more time. And down to the 31. Decent one for Dallas Sanders on that side. OKC still on the hunt for their first win this season. And they have some opportunities left, no doubt about that. But it is not going to be an easy one next week. They have Arizona coming to town to take them on. Arizona is always a tough team regardless of record. Indianapolis after that in Indy, Atlanta, Denver at Denver, and then DC rounds out the schedule for the Renegade, 2nd and 5, as that one gets off to the right sideline. So it is, it's not conclusion that they're going to end up with 0 wins, Anthony. You got to keep the faith if you're a Renegades fan.
Oh, 100% right there. You got to believe that you saw bright spots today in your defense. And you see that offense can throw the ball down the field when they can. You just got to try to see what type of running game you can go back in the playbook and look to find.
So far, only 1 turnover, knock on wood, for Colin Pierce, as that one's almost intercepted. But it is not 3rd and 5.
And you almost did it again. You jinxed
I almost did it again. Yep. The first one was on purpose. This one's not.
But, you know, Washington just showing why they're number 1 in the league. And they've just been playing surprisingly good football. And a division that's not easy.
Pierce, right side, caught. 1st down and more. Get it outside. 1st and 10. And they are able to move the chains on that with a throw to the right sideline.
Yeah, I love the fight. This is, you know, you want good positive yardage, good completion, so you can go back and look at it on film.
3 receptions for Kilgore today. 1st and 10 for OKC. Tight end is off to the left. 4 wide for Pierce. Back it up. Look to throw this over the middle. It's picked off. And I guess I'll have to take credit for that one, too. This is going to be to the 26-yard line. And that is a big-time ender for Washington. What a play from Bands.
Yeah, you love it coming from the safety position, playing that robber over the middle. It just didn't see him and almost took him to the house for the 2nd pick 6 of the day.
Yep, not able to quite finish it off, and we'll see the try to choose some more clock here. Interesting development. I formation for Washington should be a handoff, and it is. Kaufman adds 9 more to his totals, is what they'll say, as he rolls over and gets onto the ground. 2nd and 1.
And that was really tough because OKC was trying to get some type of rhythm going, something that they can go look at and, like, you know, hang their hats on. Washington is just showing they're doing it on both sides of the ball. This second half has been absolutely phenomenal after a slow first half.
That field goal earlier did put them over the spread. So right now, Washington is covering that 24.5-point spread, which is pretty wild, to say the least. Another handoff. Christopher Dean, downhill. Dean adds more to his totals as well. 1st and 10 for Washington. Should be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
It's quite interesting here in the division. You know, Vancouver is 2nd and 5 and 2, and they are playing really good football as well.
Yeah.
Only giving up 86 points, 1st in the league when it comes to that net points, 142.
Yep.
So surprisingly, being 5 and 2, it just shows how well Washington is playing.
And that'll get us to the 2-minute warning. 120 seconds left in Washington as they have a 33-7 lead. It's the SFL on the Virtual Football Network. Three timeouts left for the Renegades, and it'll be Neal City. Handoff through the middle, and that is a 4-yard run, and OKC calls a timeout.
Yeah, so definitely Washington, this is going to put them at 7 and 1. You want to stay top of the division. You want to get that bye in the playoffs. It's all about seeding here, but it's also, you know, you got a couple of tough games coming up.
Yep, still need to keep their nose to the grindstone. Kaufman's going to get hit behind the line. What a hit that was. Another timeout called by OKC.
And they've shown today, they came in 10th in rushing. Today, over 200 yards total between Kaufman and Dean. They had an identity. They know that they wanted to run the football, and that's what they did.
Yep. A lot of Kaufman outside runs, and Dean became downhill Dean on this day. And it's going to be a run to the right for Kaufman. To the 5, to the 3. He's taken down there. That's OKC's last timeout. So do we start to see the kneels? Are they done scoring, or do they want to add on one more just for good measure?
Where are we sitting at on the spread?
They're kneeling it. They're kneeling it. Yeah, they've already beat the spread, so it is what it is. That's going to be a kneel down from the 2-yard line back to the 4, 2nd and goal, and they'll be able to run this clock out after a couple of kneel downs. So the Trident are going to come up with a big time win and go to 7-1. 7 is usually the number to get if you want to make the playoffs in the SFL, and they get there in just week number 10. And this Trident team, don't look past them. This is a good team, and they did what was necessary to win here today, but it feels like they just kind of let off the gas a little bit. They could have gone further and make this much more lopsided. 3rd and goal.
Yeah, they definitely could have added. We saw opportunities, Curtis, for like at least 2 to 3 more touchdowns. But that's just tipping the cap off to OKC's defense.
Yeah.
They gave them everything they can. They definitely are a team that I feel like will not end the season without a win. They play really good ball. I see a win in their future.
I think it's possible. I don't think it's necessarily probable, but I think it's possible that they may be able to eke out a win against one of their teams, one of their opponents coming up. So you got to be on upset watch if you're coming into OKC, or if you have OKC coming to you. And that is going to be the last kneel down with 24 seconds to go. But yeah, you're right. They played some decent ball in some spots. I think there's a lot of room to improve for OKC. They are not afraid to throw the football, and that's something we saw from Colin Pierce. You got the touchdown to Bachkalupi. There's a couple interceptions there, but overall, a decent day for him throwing it. Had some spots where the receivers dropped passes, but not the end of the world. So Washington 33-7 over the OKC Renegades. It could have been much worse. That's the tagline for this game. Break it down for me, Anthony.
Yeah, Washington did what they needed to. They came out, ran the football. They found the weakness in the defensive line from OKC, running for over 200 yards, close to 300 yards right there between Kaufman and Dean. Utah didn't have to do a lot, got a touchdown in the air, but it was that offensive line for Washington. For OKC, they're trying to find their identity. They tough. They had Bocce with over 100 yards off of 5 catches there. The defense really played good to held Washington for a few field goals, but it just wasn't enough.
Fair enough. That's the last game of the Friday slate. No games tomorrow, no games Sunday due to UFL on the Virtual Football Network. So we'll be back with more SFL on Monday afternoon. Chicago and Carolina getting underway at 1 p.m. Eastern. Ethan Muslim, Mickey Milillo on the call for that one. For Anthony Ellison, Ron Haynes, Josh Durr, and Cameron Irvine, and everybody else at the SFL, thank you and good night. For more, log on to simfl.net. Enjoy your day.